Friends, my name is Albert Torcaso, and I want to share with you something very important. I am very honest about things, and I'm telling you, there are so many people online that will present themselves as genuine, and I'm not actually trying to necessarily judge. But I can't speak for anybody else on the face of the earth. I know who I am. So I want you to know, I often tell you, if you need to get in touch with me, I will do my best to help you. Whatever, if I can help you with something, I will. So if you don't, block your number, make it private, or unknown. I mean it when I say, text me or give me a call. Now, I'll be honest with you. Excuse me. There's going to be a huge difference in our lives, myself and the net. We're going to be a lot busier. So at some point, if I need to, I will start a team and an assistant or whatever. But at its core, I am not ever going to be one of these organizations, corporations, or quote unquote personalities or what have you that become too big. So this is actually just a side note to what I want to talk to you about. I've been in extreme pain the last couple weeks. As a matter of fact, this is from blood work I had done on Thursday, 2 different places, because unfortunately they stuck me twice with the IV, and yeah, it hurt a lot. Yes, this one hurt. Actually, this one I think was the one that hurt the most. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? It's kind of confusing. I know. Yeah, because this one's still. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Yeah, it was this one. It still hurts a little bit. This one, they did this one first. They had done this one first, and then they had done this one. And I thought that you would think that the lower one, because usually in my body at least, it's the bottom one, the one closest to the wrist. At any rate, but in the last 2 weeks, I have been in the hospital, the emergency room, officially 3 times, but unofficially 4 times. And so I'm shooting this the morning, because it's past Eastern Standard Time for me, the morning of June the 22nd, 2019. Why am I here and why should you still be here? I hope that you're a 16-year-old or an 18-year-old or 38, or maybe you're 98 and you're still healthy enough and blessed enough that you're not only in your right mind, but some of you may be driving. Well, I want you to know, all of you matter. All of you can actually get there. And age really has not anything at all to do with limitations. It's your mind. So, what am I getting at though? Hold on a minute, I have to fix something. I had to fix a little something, how you get technical issues. Technical issues sometimes. Anyway. Friends. Oh boy, the light's getting me. Sorry, I apologize. That stuff happens, Hey, it's live. Forget about it. I'm here to tell you that I was in the emergency room 4 times, and 16-year-olds, don't go anywhere. You need to hear this because it just might save your life in the long run. I was in there 4 different times. And at any rate, come to find out last night, I accidentally found out that the CAT scan that I had in 2017 produced information that can be pretty frightening. And the one that I had done on the 20th of June 2019. So I hope my sisters do see this. I know that my sisters are going to be, I can't even imagine how wound up they're going to be. But the reality of it is, they say that I may have cancer. Now, what's scary about all of that is the fact that if I have it, I may have had it for 2 years. 2 years. Now, Annette Mendel brings up a good point. You see, unfortunately, some of the medications I take have been known to be contaminated with possible cancer-causing chemicals. Yeah. So I'm not sure what may have caused the cancer, if in fact it's there. So let me be very, how do I put it? Let me be as plain and as direct as I can be. If something were to happen, the Lord God called me back, I want all of you to know, you go to my YouTube page and elsewhere, but if you go specifically there are 1,600 videos. So even if I am in the great beyond, I still want to help you. Now, we cried a little bit, Annette and I, earlier on June the 21st, the longest day of the year. And what got me to cry was a wonderful version of Amazing Grace. And I believe, it was Al Green. And that was it. And I will tell you, most of my life I lived in destitution. Evidence of that is you can see what you can see. Most of our lives, we financially have been in destitution, and at night. And I've dealt with pain from accidents and what have you that people, let's just say, weren't looking out for themselves even. So I've had the financial pain, the physiological pain, and I had a medical condition. So there's 1,000 reasons that I could have given up. Could have checked out, could have caused myself to think of the S word. I mean, come on, look at this house. I mean, come on, no offense. Hey, I'm grateful to the Lord thy God for this house. And I'm grateful for the fact that my late second father bought this house. But what is a current reality is a reality. But let me say this, with my serious medical condition, and now with the possible big C, with the destitution and the sometimes outright depression because I haven't got my big break. I mean, I have been a bona fide talk show host 15 years. Now, a lot of you may not believe that, and frankly, it doesn't matter if you do or not. It's a reality. But let me say this. Every single day from really, I would say, the age of about 18, I've had some either emotional or physiological pain. And frankly, ever since I had an accident. See, all of you notice a lot of my issues, like the eyes, the moving around, and what have you. But there's a reason for all of this. And I will say this to you. In all those years, and I've had some 10, even sometimes higher than 10 out of 10 pain. The destitution, the depression, the feeling like I'm a worthless person at times for a few seconds. Do you know, friends, being bullied and everything else back in the day when I was younger, do you know I never once wanted to expire? Never once wanted to take myself out. Never wanted to commit suicide, never once. And I want you to know that all the people out there, there may be young people watching this, and you're going through some stuff, and people are doing hideous things to you, especially when you're in school. I'm here to tell you, you've got a friend that experienced it. So all you need to do is reach out and call me, as long as you don't block it, and unknown and all that. 559-2731 with a 412 area code. 412-559-2731. You know, in this day and age of hacking and a billion other things, people are like, are you insane giving your cell phone out? Your number? No. I said if you block it, make it unknown or private, I won't answer you. But I won't live in fear. But for those of you who may be suicidal or been abused every single day of your life, I get it. But I want you to know, with the poverty, with the medical issues, all that, I never wanted to kill myself, not once. So now I'm faced with the possibility that that monster known as the Big C might be in me due to, no, we don't even go on that ride because I might just accidentally get mad. But you know something? I don't want to kill myself. I don't want to die. Look, Annette and I go through things that you would never even believe. On a physiological, emotional, financial situation. So let me just share this with you. I wake up, and even on my most depressed days, I'll stay in my bed, or I'll go down and watch stupid stuff on TV, and I'll feel terrible because I haven't been able to move to that next level, whatever. But not once do I think I want to check out. Now that that might be in existence, not only do I not want to check out, I am determined more than ever to live. But let me share this with you. And I know this is going to be, it's a long video, but I hope that the youngest people, the most depressed people, I hope you're hearing this. You need to hear this more than anyone. Don't check out. Hey man, text me, call me, email me. I don't care how you do it. I know some stuff. We're not going to put it on video because frankly, this could be a very long video. But I've been there. Now, all of you, I should say, that have witnessed me speak about products, telling you to get involved with them and all of these things. Many of you listen, but you are either afraid or you don't take me seriously or what, I don't know. But let me share this with you. It's because I know things about you. Because I know them about me and I know them about you. And I can guarantee you one thing. I don't care what I am, quote unquote, pushing. I don't even want to use that terminology, but let's, for the sake of argument, it's not about the product. Never was. Never will be. You see, I have a mission. And this mission requires a team. And this mission requires an individual who truly wants to change his or her life. This mission is a lot more than that. It's also a mission that has elements of heroics. You see, I want people who want to change the world together. A lot of you might say, well, man, come on. You look at your situation. You can't. Yes, I've already, through the grace of the Lord thy God, I've changed a lot of things. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it hasn't been changed. But let me say this to you. An incident happened to me in 1982. I've shared this. I think about 82. I shared this on other videos. I can't tell you the name. I was in a program where I was learning how to be a cook. So we walked into a store. Excuse me, not a store. I meant to say a soup kitchen. We were volunteers. Well, at any rate, sure enough, this young kid, he probably was about between, I really think he's about 5 years old. 5 years old. And eventually he comes up to me, and I was on the chow line, or whatever they call it. I was one of the people on the chow line. And this young kid, back in 1982, asked me if he could have another piece of bread. Now remember, I've never been there before. I had never been there before. I looked at this kid and I gave him like 5 pieces of bread. And so, when I gave him the bread, I don't know if tears actually came into my eyes, but it stayed with me since then. This child, I want the parents out there, the wealthiest people on the face of the earth, I want you to hear this, and the poorest, and the single mother, and the single father. I want you to try to identify and connect with this. I want you to picture this. If you have to close your eyes, I don't care what you do. But this kid asked me for a piece of bread, and I gave him 5 pieces of bread. I didn't know the difference. I didn't know there was a limitation. Apparently there was. And when I gave this child 5 pieces of bread, it was as if I gave him a full meal. But not just any meal, but it was something that was magnificent. And he looked at me, and it's actually hard to really speak about because it really is so personal to me. So how's this relevant, guys and gals, still, if you're still here? How's it relevant to your life? How does any of this tonight have anything to do with, where's the connection? I'll tell you where. From that day forward, I said, our nation, frankly, all nations, need to find a way to take care of every human being. And I don't want to hear the nonsense from certain political people. Oh, you're a socialist. You know what? If it means to be a social, if socialism means saving lives, then hey, give me whatever label you want. I don't care. But it's God-centered for me. I believe people should have their needs met. Sometimes, yeah, even their wants. I believe there's no such thing, in my opinion. There should not be a statement, not a statement, but a reality of United States veterans that are homeless, hungry, and otherwise. And also a lot of them doing the S. But I want you parents, all of the parents out there to think about this. 5-year, maybe 6-year-old kid, he's pretty young. 5 pieces of bread. And it was as if I gave him a 5-course meal. You know, the best steaks, the best seafood, whatever you love. Maybe you love caviar, I don't know what it is. It was like I gave him the best of the best. And not only that, but maybe if you're into the health and fitness, imagine the best salad that you can conceive or have eaten. Well, when I gave him those 5 pieces of bread, you would have thought I was a king, and somehow I don't want to go there. Actually, I don't want to go there anymore, I should say. So how did that bring us to June the 22nd, 2019? Here I spoke to you about maybe having the big C and going out. I have spoken to you about how I'm doing these elements of these businesses. You're probably thinking, that guy's going all over the ballpark, man. Honestly, for those of you who pay close attention, I don't care what age you are. Here's the real deal. It does all come together like a puzzle. And I'll tell you why. Everything I've ever done since that day, really, is about having you not live in destitution. I know what it's like. And I know some of you do. A lot of you do. So I thought about it, and I thought about it. And for years, there would be obstacles. There's still going to be some obstacles. Everybody knows that. But what happened is ultimately, I've been doing, at the time I had been doing Humanity Matters Live, probably about 8-9 years when I first started looking for entrepreneurial type of opportunities. So let's go to today. Yesterday, well, the day before I find out I may be going to that place in the sky, possibly, being that I've gotten baptized in Christ, and I would be on the righteous side of the dead. And ironically, even that actually is beautiful, and I love the fact that God has accepted me into His church. But I have a problem with faith, of all faiths. And if it is true that that's the only way, there's a part of me that has sadness, because I'm not here to proselytize neither, believe me. You see, I want you. I want my own sisters to be there. But there's some pretty hard prerequisites. Well, not really. You just have to accept the Lord Jesus Christ and eventually learn why and be baptized. But that's the sidebar. I love you spiritually. Not just while you're here on earth, but your eternal soul. I'll share this with you. Ivan Harris Sr. is my brother in Christ, my mentor, my business partner, and my friend. And we have Bible study as often as we can. And he said, look, Al, you can't make a decision for everybody. And that's true. But none of you know how much I love you. I can't explain it myself. Frankly, sometimes it gets on my nerves. But let me close this out. And anybody that's still here, I hope you are, because I think you will get value from this. I mean, I don't know. I think you will. It's hard to bring everything together. It's hard to stay on one topic or be specific target, because you are that important. You are part of my life. So let me share this with you. I'm trying to kind of give you an idea why I've done what I've done for all these years. I'm speaking about the show, trying to get you to try certain brands. There's a reason. And it's all because I don't want your children to ever get excited about a piece of bread. Now, don't get me wrong. Be very grateful to the Heavenly Father, or whatever you believe in, for that bread, of course. But bread is not a 5-course meal. Now, don't get me wrong. Jesus was able to feed people with 2 loaves of bread. And that's magnificent, and that was a miracle. So I'm not knocking bread. I'm not saying it isn't as important. But I use that as an example. I mean, 5 pieces of bread. And then I thought about the aftermath too. What about when that child left? Why would 5 pieces mean so much? For the parents out there, I hope you will take the time to watch this video. Even if you have to break it down 5 minutes at a time, watch it again and actually take notes. Look, I know a lot of this stuff is very hard to accept. And there's a lot of avenues. But here's the thing. Concentrate on your own child and imagine something. Imagine if your child had gone hungry so often That 5 pieces of bread. It was like kind of going to a buffet for him. But what I thought about parents out there, my own godson, Julian Scott. By the way, you're a hero to me, Julian Scott. I don't know if you'll ever see this. I hope you do. That's right, that's right, Julian. And you might get mad at me, Julian, but I tell it like it is. Julian Scott is not just my godson. He was originally the son of my friend, Julia Scott, who died of a brain tumor at the age of 32 years old. And at the time, Julian was 13. I say he's a hero because of what he had done. He helped his father raise his other 5 family members. And Julian Scott is, I love you, Julian. I'm going to still make fun of you. Still say you're cheesing. I don't want to get too emotional because I sure don't want to do that. But listen, he took up the mantle. And I believe through his actions and his dad and others probably. But at 13 years old, to do what you have done, Julian, you have no idea how proud I am of you. I might have to stop this right now. I'm getting a little bit emotional. You can tell. I apologize. I can't help it. And I think about my dad, my non-biological dad. I've been through some stuff, people. So if I tear up, I apologize, all right? I want to shut this off, but then I don't. Give me a minute, all right? I apologize. My non-biological dad, Albert R. Goldsmith, whom I met in 1982. I miss him. He died in the year 2008. I almost don't want to show this video, but I can't help it. What Al was to me, I can't really articulate. You have to understand, I have been going through some stuff. I used to be torn to pieces. People would say things to me, think things of me. I can't even get into it all, but the first day I met Al, I actually kind of was mad. Al was about 83 years old when I first met him. Yeah? Or 80 something. No, maybe he was in his 70s, but he looked pretty old. I thought, what in the world did they do? Hook me up with this old man? I'm being honest. I told Al many times he got a kick out of it. Like, what are they, nuts? And the first thing Al says is, do you feel like going swimming? I'm thinking, yeah, okay, yeah. And so I was being sarcastic. I'm like, yeah, we'll go swimming. We'll go swimming. He said, well, we'll go eat something before we go swimming. And this is the first day I ever met him. Albert R. Goldsmith, okay? And we go to this high-end places, great steaks and food and what have you. Then about a couple of hours later, we actually did go swimming at the Rehabilitation Institute of Pittsburgh, which is now, it was called the Home for Crippled Children. Now I think it's the Rehabilitation Institute of Pittsburgh, located in the Squirrel Hill area. Well, at any rate, but Al was a blessing. He helped so many people's lives. He actually even taught people that was told they can never learn. People said they couldn't. Well, at any rate, that's another story. I'll share this much with you. Al was able to teach people who had strokes, dementia, and Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. He was able to get them to remember certain things. I don't get it. Don't ask. I don't know. But Al did so much. I know what he did for me. I know what he had done for a lot. And he would encourage you no matter how bad it was. So I guess you could say I owe it to a higher power to be who I am. I owe it to a higher power, but also owe it to Al. The person you see before you, whether you like him or not, is because of Al and my mother and other people. And now, I have another very special person. I told you about Ivan. Well, it's hard to say. It's hard to put into words. I'll be honest about it. That's how important these people are. But I want to leave you with something that's uplifting. Yeah, I know, I had the tears. I know. Never seen a mobster cry before. Well, guess what? Now you did. I'm not a real mobster, but I am really tough emotionally in real life. But at any rate, I'm going to leave you with something that's going to shock you. A day or so ago, I got this diagnosis that might be, well, I've been telling you about these businesses I've been in, and most of you think that it's a joke, or that I'm that guy. Oh, here we go again. Well, I'm in another company that I'm not going to mention here because that's not appropriate. I have morals and integrity. Well, at any rate, this is sort of like a inventors crowdfunding community, for lack of a better term. And we help people, and then as they get help, we benefit. Well, turns out there was this opportunity to get what they call a profit sharing point in the entire company. And what that would mean could literally mean the difference of this not existing anymore. Being able to get it repaired, or better yet, moving to a safer place. The avenue we live on, people have gotten hurt and killed. And that's the truth. So at any rate, there was this opportunity to get this point. And we're overcoming the cash flow challenge. So I said to them, I said, listen, I need my Voyage. That's another thing that I'm involved with. And no, I'm not getting into that. I'm not even going to say why. I said, but I need it. I said, but you're not wanting that? She said, why? I said, I got to skip it. That one part of it. It was a special situation. But at any rate, I said, look, I got to get this point. I got to at least try. So at any rate, probably within a week or two, I will have a point in this company, a profit sharing point, with the opportunity to even do better and earn more. Now, I'm not going to tell you the company or any of that. Other videos, yes, or you can investigate. What does it mean? Having a point in this company. And this is not a lie. Whether you believe it or not. I swear to the Lord thy God, what it means is, it means that if we don't have the big C, if it and I don't have it, or if we do and we get treated and we survive, once this starts to go like that, you know what it means? It means Annette and I will be out of destitution forever. Yes, it is that groundbreaking. But I'll tell you something. I guess I am greedy. I am selfish. I said, Annette, this is going to be fantastic. I can't wait. And it will be nice. And there's a part of me that wants to tell everybody that wouldn't join me, you basically get the last laugh or rub it in their face. I'm sorry, but the truth is, there's that part of me. But instead of that, I said to Annette, I said, listen, I want these opportunities for other people. And before I close here, there's going to be a time when you're going to hear from me about this organization and others. But specifically this one now. I'm still going to do the other ones. Very much so, actually. But at the same time, this one and this profit sharing point, it means, for the first time in my life, Annette and I will be out of this eventually, but it also means if I can I don't want to say even convince people, but if the Lord thy God gets people to come in, they or you could eventually have these kinds of opportunities. And earlier, way centuries ago in this video, I talked about and spoke about a team that I want to form. Now, you could call it a team of abundance. I don't know. But I do know this. This is a true blessing. Even if you're an atheist, I don't know what you would terminology. A random stroke of luck. I don't know. But here's what I want to say in closing to each and every one of you. I am probably one of the biggest, longest-winded person you ever met. And like Ivan Harris jokingly says, well, hey, wait a minute, Ivan. No, wait a minute, Ivan. Hopefully you'll never see this because I have a feeling I'll be in trouble. In a joking way. But Ivan, he likes to kid around and say, you don't meet El Torcaso, you experience him. Well, maybe that's true. But ladies and gentlemen, if you're still here, you should get a touchdown. You should score a point, but I don't have anything yet. But I'm being serious. Look, I didn't mean to have those tears, but I'm not editing them out. If you want to call me a wimp or whatever else, hey, it is what it is. I'm also a tough hombre when I have to be legally and peacefully, ethically, and non-violently, but we won't go on that ride. Anyway, sorry, Ivan, I said that right. But Ivan says you experience me. I don't know, forget about it. But seriously, I'll tell you something. If I don't have that letter C, I'm going to fight legally, peacefully, non-violently, ethically, morally, spiritually, and financially to get people who are willing to do what it takes so that they can get the same opportunities and get points. And if it was not this company, I don't care what the vehicle is, I really don't. All that I can say is this. It really comes back to 1982. That 5-year-old. Why do I do what I do, the show and everything, this? Why do I care about the 18-year-old working at McDonald's, Wendy's, or whatever? Or anybody at these big box stores, whatever. Why? Because you matter. So I'm going to leave you with this. I may be a handful. Hey, I might even be, I don't know, a whole warehouse full. But look, you deserve better. So maybe this is a 3-hour long video. I hope that a 16-year-old can actually make it through this. Or a 28-year-old, or 75, or 95, I don't care. But if you're still here, you're a champion. You are a champion. Now, you may not know it yet, and it's taken a long time for me to see it. In so many ways. But now that I have accomplished these things with certain things, let me tell you something. I'm never going to retreat. For those who may be suicidal, or those of you who think you're not smart enough, or whatever, a trillion other reasons. I'm telling you, I'm here to tell you, you can do these things. And I love you. I love you. And I'm not giving up on you. So you might as well either join our victory team, our love army, whatever else I can come up with. You might as well join. You see, excuse me, people like Jeff S. or Anthony B., Anna H., or anybody, even Gemma over there in the Philippines. I know you. I love you spiritually. And Barb and so many of you. And I'm going to tell you something. You may not like to hear this. This is also from my sisters Rose and Diane and my godson Julian. You are way more fantastic because of the grace of God, including atheists. You are all that. And you deserve prosperity. So trust me. And as far as my future, none of us knows. But I'm always going to love you. So I hope that you'll watch these videos. And for the person that thinks that your life don't matter, your life matters equally to anyone. God bless you. Atheists, I love you too. Listen, you matter. Do me a favor. Get involved in some extra income. I don't care what it is. You need this. God bless you. I love you. And if you make fun of me because I was crying, well, that's all right. But don't be surprised if I might accidentally bawl you out. I love you. Oh, by the way, hey, Julian, why don't you quit cheesing up ahead? No, I'm just kidding. I ain't going to pick on... By the way, Ivan, guess what, Ivan? I'm only a trip. That's an inside joke, everybody. Ivan, I'm not a journey. I'm not 100 journeys. I am a trip. Ladies and gentlemen, Albert has shut off the video.